My name is Gabriel Fairweather, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. Um, I want to explain the situation from which I was thinking and took very careful thought about what's going on around the world. Today, I want you to really take heed to what's being said in the sense of what you've learned, what you have understood, what you see, and what you came to comprehend. Now, think about all the technology around the world. Why today are they pushing cell phones? Why are they pushing computers? Why are they pushing all these quote unquote great things as we have a chance to see and to experience? Why in the world is all these things being commercialized so much? And I had to sit down and think. And I remember there's two shows that I've seen so far that go kind of like hand in hand. And Hollywood, if you would really think about it, when before they come up with a movie, they do a lot of deep research before they produce that movie and allow that movie to come out to be exposed to the public. Now, here's my thing. The Matrix, it made a lot of sense. Neo supposed to be the one, N-E-O. In other words, if you change the O and you put the O in front of the N-E, you have one. Now, he is the one, as his follower, I forgot his name, but as the father would say to himself or to the people who already had woken up, stating that he is the one, he is the Messiah, if you will. Okay? Now, this is coming from a movie now. Now, let's take a look at Neo in the beginning of the movie. First of all, he's asleep in the movie. Think about it. He's asleep. In other words, he's awoke as you appear to see. In other words, what he's doing, he's trying to figure out this thing called the Matrix. So he was thinking about to himself, where did the Matrix come from? So he had a lot of concern about this. And every time he would get on a computer or he would get on some form of technology, he would think to himself or think that someone's communicating towards him about what's going on around in his surroundings. So now he has a chance to meet the brother in the movie, and basically he is told that from there that he had a purpose, and that in order for him to see the purpose, he would have either take the red pill or the blue pill. Now, we know what pill he took. So he took the what? The red pill. In other words, if he took the blue pill, he would go back to sleep. Now, I can't quite remember if he took the red or blue, but I'm just going to say, you know what he took. So, in other words, he took the red pill. And if he would have took the blue pill, he would have went back to his normal thing, right? So he took the pill that he thought was best for him, so that way he could see what was going on. So therefore, he woke up. He saw reality. In other words, he saw the real reality behind the illusion of what he thought was real. So in other words, he really woke up instead of him being asleep and looking at the illusion of reality. So therefore, he really, really woke up. Now, in terms of who the other brother was, that's a different story. Now, why did he wake up? He woke up because he chose to wake up. He chose for himself to wake up. So in other words, when he took that specific pill to wake up, where was he? Well, he was around a lot of machinery. He was around a lot of technology. So therefore, if you think about it and logically speaking, What was really controlling all these people? The technology was controlling them. So in other words, technology was taking knowledge from them, from those people who were asleep. And they were depending on the technology. That's why every time you listen to the movie, they would talk about technology and they would talk about programs. So in other words, the programs were programming the people that were asleep behind the technology. Something to think about, huh? Now, look at today's society so far. We're seeing all this technology being put forth around us, for us to depend on technology. That's why we have a lot of computers. That's why we have a lot of video games. That's why we have a lot of new, quote-unquote, technology coming out to really gain our interest. The new high-def TVs, now they're coming up with 3D TVs. So it goes kind of hand in hand when you think about it. It's really something to think about. Now, let's go back to the Matrix. Now, looking at the Matrix, we know a few things about Neo. Well, first of all, he's the one. He's the Messiah. Who was proclaiming this news to the people that were already woken up or that appear to be asleep in the movie? That would be the brother. Now, if Neo was supposed to be the one or the true Messiah, who do you really think he is? Who are they really telling you the story behind the movie and who he really was? Now, who was the brother who came to him or came to everybody in the movie and said that, hey, he's the one, he's the true Messiah? Well, if you think about the storyline of Jesus, was not Jesus the one? Was not Jesus the true Messiah, according to, quote-unquote, what the Bible says? And wouldn't that even claim to be the brother of the movie be John the Baptist, meaning that he was the one proclaiming the good news or, quote, the true Messiah that's supposed to come into the world? Now, that's a different story. Now, this is not about the real reality that we're in right now. In other words, the false things that we see and the things that we rely on. But look at the storyline behind the movie and what it's really trying to say to you. Now, I'm not a Christian, and I'm going to put it out there. I don't claim to be a Christian, and I don't want to be a Christian. I was once a Christian before because I understood, what was best for me to become. Now, that's a total different story. I'm not here to look down on nobody, or am I here put on earth to really make anybody upset? Now, there's a lot of great things that I've learned from it, and I appreciate it. Now, that's as far as I go with it. Now, let's take a look at this other step. Now, let's take a look again at Neo. Once Neo had taken that pill, and once he decided to make a choice of himself, that's the main point. Once he chose to make the choice, he became the one. Pretty logical speaking, huh? Ooh, make you think about it a little bit more? Well, let's go on. Since he became the one, he realized, the real reality behind of what he was not. Something to think about. How about us, brothers and sisters out there? How much do you know your history? How much do you know yourself? How do you know if you are not asleep? Something to think about. How do you know what you know is supposed to be the truth? Another good point, huh? That's why it's so important to really not rely on something that can't really give you the real truth. That's why we must go out and seek for it for ourselves. Once we do that, then we can really start to comprehend and understand who we are inside the one.